How are we this wonderful evening? How are we? How are we this evening? How are we? How are we this wonderful evening? How are we? How are we? How are we, guys? How are we? How are we? How is everyone? How is everyone? Okay. Dorothy, how are you? How are you, Dorothy? Okay. How are you, Dorothy? How are you, Dorothy? Emma, how are you? And how was school? And how was school, guys? All right, that's perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Samuel and Chiwe, how are you? Amos, how are you? How are you, my guys? All right, that's perfect. Okay. Let's start now, guys. Simon, Mwenda, Henry, how are you? How are you? Okay, so as for tonight, we'll simply look at, okay, we'll look at compositions. Look at compositions. So before we even look at compositions, I have a question, guys. You can try this question out. Let us try this question first. so that we start compositions. Okay, so this question goes like this. Okay. Okay, we can try this one. They realize that school is good, begin. They realize that school is good, begin little. Before we even start compositions, let us try this out. Let us try this one. I hope it is visible, guys. Is it visible? Are you able to see? Is it visible? Is it visible? You want to confirm? Is it visible? Are you able to see what is written? Okay, Royd, nice. Okay, so Royd, is it visible? Okay, thank you. Alex has confirmed. Okay, nice, guys. So we have the rewrite. It reads, they realize that school is good. Okay, they realize that school is good. Begin little. Let us try this one out before we start. They realize that school is good. Begin little. Okay, so Chiwe has written saying, little do they realize that school is good. Okay, Elena. Okay, so Agnes has written saying, okay, Grace, hi. So Agnes has written saying, little do they realize that school is good. Okay, Adriano saying, little did they realize that school is good. Then Dorothy, Nirinda has written saying, little school is good, they realized. Others, so Grace has written saying, little did they realize that school is good. Okay, I'm seeing interesting answers. Let me even add up this one. So even number 2, you can try it out. He didn't perform well. He didn't perform well that he failed. He didn't perform well that he failed. Begin little. Even number 2, you can try it out, guys. Try it number 1, number 2, so that we start revealing the answers. Then we talk about compositions. Waiting for answers for number 2. Waiting for answers. All right. So Agnes written saying, little did he perform well that he failed. Okay. Roy does okay, said little did he performed well that he failed. Okay. Okay. So Grace, little didn't he perform well that he failed. All right, let us answer now, guys. So Henry, little did he perform well that he failed. Okay. Okay, I've seen there are some who have gotten it correct. Now, let me explain a little bit on here, guys, okay? Okay, Alex, I've seen. Okay, so these are rewrites involving what? They do involve what? They do involve little. Okay, so these are rewrites involving what? Involving little. These rewrites, they do involve what? Little. So the first key thing that you have to understand, what does the word little mean? According to English, little simply means small, okay? When something is small, okay? Little, okay? Now, when it comes to these kinds of transformation, little is a what? Is a negative word, okay? Take note, rewrites involving little, take note, when the rewrite says begin with little, take note that little, it is a negative word. So if we say little is a negative word, what do we mean? We mean that little on its own, it has what? The word not. Okay? When you see little, simply means there is not inside. Okay? Little, inside of it, it has what? The word not. Okay? So, you must understand that little, inside little, there is not. Little, it is a negative word. It's a negative word. It is a negative word. It is a negative word. That's what you must understand. So when you are writing, or rather when you are answering a rewrite involving little, in your answer there must not be not. Because not, it means little. Have you understood, guys? The word little, it has not. So whenever you are answering these kinds of rewrites, in your answer, there must not be the word not. Okay? Because not, okay, it is inside what? Little. So little on its own, it's a negative word. Have we gotten the point, guys? Have we understood? Have we understood? So, if you check, we have the word here. You have seen? It is what? Didn't. You have seen this word? We have this word didn't. Okay? We have this word which is what? Didn't. Okay? This word, it's simply the shortcut. It is the shortcut of the word what? Did not. You have seen? The word didn't is simply the shortcut of the word did not. You have seen? So, when you're writing your answer, don't write didn't. Okay? Don't include didn't. You have seen? Because here, didn't, this one, it is not. We have said that inside little, there is not. Have we gotten the point? So, didn't, can't. Whenever just you see these, okay, it means not. And we have said that inside little, there is not. Grace, are we safe? Grace, are we safe? Little, inside little, there is not already. So don't you ever include that didn't, because not inside little, there is not. Hope you have gotten the point. Because if you just include the same didn't, which means you are simply, you are contradicting the sentence. That's what it means. Now, let us move, guys. So when the rewrite says begin with the word little, what does it simply mean? Little goes with these words. Okay? Little did. So we can say little what? We can say little did. Okay, we can say little did, or we can say little do. Including little does, which means just the same as did. Okay? So now, little goes with two words. So, if we say little did simply means in the sentence, there is one person. So in the sentence, there is one person. There's one person. So if you say little did, simply means that in the sentence, there's only one person. So did simply means that in the sentence, there's only what? One person. Now if you say little do, simply means in the sentence, there are many people, which are more than two. Have we gotten the point, guys? Have we gotten it? Have we gotten it? So if you say little did, we use did if in the question there is one person. But in the question, if there are many people, okay? Like for example, we have the word they, okay? They simply means there were a lot, okay? They simply means many. They means what? It means many. But once they say he, she, or Mary, he, okay? Simply means one, which means it's did. So here it says they, which means there are many. You have seen? They, which means there are many. That's what it is. Okay? So what are we going to do? Here, you have first to check the subject. Our subject in this case is what? It's they. Is it a plural subject? Yes, because they simply means there were many. So here, if you check, we have he. We have only what? One person. Okay? So in this case, we are going to use little do. And here, we are going to use what? Little did. Because here we only have what? One person. Have you gotten the point, guys? Have I made you to understand? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page, guys? To all those who didn't know, at least you have known now, okay? Rewrites are way too simple. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Perfect. Okay, so Roy has confirmed, Henry has confirmed. All right, so let us move. So they realize that school is good. So we're going to say little do. Okay? We have said that little goes with what? Little did or little what? Do. You have seen? So why have you used let me say why did we use do here in this case? Because in our sentence we have many people. Okay? Now little do. Now you have to mention now do. These people now, these people. So we're going to say little do they. Okay? So we're going to say little do they. Do they. This is how you're going to do it. Okay? So they realize that school is what? Good. So you're going to say little do. Then now you mention these people. You say little do they. including here, that's what we're going to do. We're going to say little d, okay? So number 2, he didn't perform well, that he failed. So in this case, we're going to say little did, okay? Because one person is mentioned. So little did. So you're going to say little d, little did. Okay? So little did he. This is how we're going to write. So you're going to say little did he. Then in this case, you're going to say little do they. This is how we are going to do it. Okay? Any questions from here before we even write? Any questions from here? So that we finish them. So little do they. Here we have little did he. Okay? Now you have to understand. You have to understand that the first key thing you must understand. After writing little do they, we have this what? Word. The verb, our verb here is realize. Okay? Your verb must change from present tense to past tense. Okay? Your verb, this one, here it is just what? It is just realize. Okay? It must be in past tense, so you have to add a D. Okay? So little always must go with a past tense. So you have to check this word. Okay? It's realize. So it will be realized. Including this word, it's perform. We are going to say performed. Okay? So little goes with what? Its verb must what? Must be a past tense. So we're going to say little do they what? So we're going to say little do they. So little do they realize. Okay, so we're going to say little do they realized. Including here, we're going to say little did he what? We have the word perform. We have the word perform here. So it will be little did he performed. So little did he what? He performed. This is how it is going to be. Okay. So there are two things you have to know here. If there are many people, we say little do. And you have to change the verb from the present tense to past tense. Say take note whenever just you see a red saying begin little. Take note. The first key thing, check the number of people in the question. If there are many, use do. Okay. Then now the verb, if it is in present tense, change it to what? To past tense. If the verb it is already in past tense, just write it the way it is. They have already changed it for you. They have changed it already for you. If here it was just they realized, we would have just written it exactly. So here there's a tricky. No wonder they have said they realize. They want you to change this verb realize to realized. Okay? Even here, perform so that it becomes what? Performed. Okay? That's how it is, guys. Okay? So you say, little do they realized. Then we say that. Okay? That school is what? That school is. That school is good. That school is good. So little do they realize that school is good. Including here, we are going to finish to say, he didn't perform well. He didn't perform well, that he failed. So little did he performed well, that he what? That he failed. Here. Like this. Okay, have we gotten the point, guys? Have we understood? Any questions? Any questions from here? Any questions? Okay, so, okay, have we understood? Have we gotten the point? So don't forget, little did simply means there's one person. Little do simply means that we have many people. Okay, this is how it is. And this is how it means. This is what it means. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, that's nice. Now, let us move. And before we go, actually before we even move, we proceed. If you know that you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do what? You subscribe. Okay? If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do what? You do so. Make sure that you tap on this button. What is the importance of subscribing? Because it's going to help you. Because once I just post a video, you will be the first one to be what? To be notified. That's the good part about what? Subscribing. Once you just subscribe, YouTube will be sending you a message saying that Bright Mulekwa Tutor is online. Okay, you'll be the first one. You will be the first one, okay, to be notified saying that I am active. But if you won't subscribe, simply means you'll be missing. You'll be missing out. That's the importance of what? Subscribing. Once you subscribe, you will be notified. So don't forget to tap on this button. Okay? So how many have subscribed? How many have subscribed? How many have subscribed? How many? How many? How many? If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do so because you will be missing. I'm telling you, you will be missing. You will be missing a lot. Okay? So if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do so. All right, since we have gotten it. Since you have gotten it, okay. Now, okay, let us wait for 30 minutes or so. So another, all right. Another last one, another last rewrite before we move to compositions. Okay, that's perfect, guys. So number 3, say, so Zambians were happy that Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Okay, so Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Then I'll say begin little. Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Begin little. Try this one out. Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Begin little. Tricky. So Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Begin little. Okay, so Agnes has written saying, little do they qualify to the Africa Cup. Zambian, we are happy, sure. So Dorothy, little did the Zambians, Dorothy, we have Zambians. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Others? Okay. Okay, 30 minutes now. So little do Zambians, we're happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. Okay. Okay, let us do this because of time. So simply inbox me your answers on WhatsApp, okay? For this one, inbox me your answers. Okay, inbox me your answers on WhatsApp. Inbox me so that we rush with time, guys. So Zambians were happy that they qualified to the Africa Cup. So I want your answers via my WhatsApp line. So if you don't have it, it's 0777 okay 37 44 44. Okay, so you can simply inbox me your answers on WhatsApp. Inbox me your answers. Let us move so that we do a lot. Rewrites we are not part and parcel for today's on today's lesson. Okay, so inbox me your answers. Let us move. So we are talking about one. Okay, we have English paper what? We have English paper 1. Okay, so we'll be talking about the same English paper 1. Have English paper 1. Markers. So we'll talk about the same English paper 1. So we'll talk about the same English paper 1. Paper 1. That's what we are going to talk about. English paper 1. English paper 1. That's what we'll talk about. Okay. So in English paper 1, we have section A and also section B. Okay, so English paper 1, section A, we have the following. We have the following compositions. We have the narrative. We have the narrative. We have what we call the descriptive. We have what we call discursive. I will simply write it as a discourse. Okay, let me just finish it. It's a discursive. We have what we call, we have an argumentative. So these are the compositions. So number 1, we have a narrative. Number 2, we have a discursive. Number 3, we have number 1, we have a narrative. Number 2, we have a discursive. Number 3, we have descriptive. Then lastly, we do have argumentative type of what? Composition. Okay. Then we also have this type of composition, which we call it as expository, whereby you'll be explaining about something. Explain about so. Okay. So these are the main types of compositions that one needs to understand very well in order for him or her to hammer the English composition paper 1. And don't forget, in this case, there are 6 compositions, okay? So in section A, there are 6 compositions, okay? So since here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they can even add up anything here. It can be a letter, okay? Or it can be just an ordinary report. So take note that these are the major ones, okay? When you talk about section A, from the 6 compositions, they are simply expecting you to do what? To choose one. So you just have to pick one here. My question is, which composition are you going to pick? Which composition is safe to you? Which composition? Discursive, descriptive, argumentative, expository. Which composition do you find interesting? You feel like even if the exam was today, you will write it without facing challenges also. Waiting for feedbacks. Time, guys. Narrative, discursive, descriptive, argumentative, expository. Waiting for your feedback, guys. Okay, so Royd said narrative. What about others? Blessed saying argumentative. Okay, others? Okay, Adriano saying argumentative. Henry saying argumentative or discursive. Agnes saying discursive. Okay. So that's good, guys. I've seen. Now, let me give you my advice. To do what? To answer only one. I beg you to know at least 2. Okay? So Elena said argumentative. Okay? Among these, know what? Know at least 2. Master 2. Okay? Master 2 very well. Know them very well. Master 2. Okay? Make sure that you master 2. Make sure that you master 2 very well. Master 2. So my advice, if you know that you are going for argumentative, okay? If you know that you are going for argumentative, no discursive also. Okay? Don't just stick to one thing, no? Because sometimes the way the question, they may be phrased, you can be what? You can be disturbed. You can end up answering something else. So at least if you know that you are picking for you are picking an argumentative, even know how to write a discursive. Have you gotten my advice, guys? Is my advice okay? If you know that you are going for discursive, know an argumentative. If you know that you are going for an argumentative, know a discursive. Because an argumentative will only pick one side. Discursive will support both sides. So if you know that you are picking a discursive composition, know an argumentative. Don't just know argumentative. No, what if the question comes in a way whereby you do not have ideas? You see, you will be stuck. Okay? Argumentative, we do know that it's way too simple. But once you just run out of ideas, mind you, you are gone. So at least if there's a topic that you have been asked to do what? To write, okay? If you do have many ideas about the same topic, you are too safe now to choose it. But if you like, you can run out of ideas, my friend, make sure that you can run to what? To discursive. The good part about discursive is that you can, once you come up with a point, once you say yes, you can end up turning the same point of saying yes to no, whereby this paragraph you have said yes to a certain thing, then in the next paragraph you can end up saying no. You have seen? So if you know that you are picking a discursive, okay, also know an argumentative. Okay. If you are picking a narrative, know how to write a descriptive. If you know that you are picking a narrative, don't forget to pick a what? If you know that you are picking a narrative, don't forget to practice a descriptive composition. Why am I saying so? Because when it comes to narrative, sometimes the titles may appear to be what? Metaphoric. So the titles may appear to be what? To be metaphoric. All those who do literature very well, they do understand. Whereby they can end up just saying, write a story on the following titles. Number 1, break the ice. You'll be like, break the ice. So I should go and break the ice. No, it's an idiom, metaphoric. Okay? Those are metaphoric. They can use the metaphoric what? Language in terms of giving you a title. And if you don't understand that metaphoric title, you'll be doomed. Idiomatic phrases, you'll be doomed. Idiomatic titles, you'll be doomed. If you know that you have never even done literature before, mind you, I can simply advise you, when it comes to narrative, if you know that you are when it comes to story writing, setting, and other things, you are not okay, stay away from it. Otherwise, a narrative type of composition is a kind of a composition whereby it wants things to be organized. Things must be organized in a narrative. Things must be what? Organized. Things must be what? Organized. In a narrative, narrative simply means to tell a story. Now, before you start telling a story, we want to know the characters, the people you are using, the setting, okay? We want to know everything, okay? We want to know everything, and also the plot, the storyline. It must be what? It must be following, okay? This is the first part. The second part, you are simply connecting it, whereby as if you are watching a movie. Don't just write, hey, me I walk, me I dance, me I go, me I... What you're writing about? That's not a narrative. You have to sound as if you are a storyteller. Okay, when they say narrative, you have to tell a story. You have to sound as if you are a storyteller. Okay, things must be in an orderly way. Okay, we have to know the characters you are using. So the characters in this case, you may use people, and also you can use animals. Okay, so the characters may be people, and also you can use what? Animals to be your characters. So for descriptive, even this one is way too simple, but the tricky part about the same descriptive, you have to know, okay, you need to know how to set the what? The order of adjectives. So a narrative and a descriptive type of a composition, these compositions is more like they go in hand, but